Our defense was good. I mean, Portland is one of the hardest teams in the league to guard. They are extremely well coached and disciplined. I mean, they had 9 turnovers last night. We had a couple points in the game where we're up 23-25. You can see their discipline, their execution, how well coached they are. So they're not going to be a team that's going to panic and all of a sudden it goes from 25 to 35 and it's game over. They're the kind of team that, they're going to stay with it, and they've got such great shot makers that they're always going to be on your tail. And so our defense has to be locked in for 48 minutes.
Your play is always looking for a shot, but he's averaging almost 29 in the playoffs in the games without Curry. Averaging almost 29 points in the games without Curry. Do you get a sense that maybe he's been a little bit more aggressive, taking more on his shoulders?
Yeah, and we're asking more of him because without Steph, that's, I don't know how many shots Steph averages a game, maybe 18 or something. I mean, there's a lot of shots out there, and Clay is he's the obvious guy to take some of those that are available. But we want him being as aggressive as possible, and he's been fantastic. And as I mentioned yesterday, the fact that he's doing all this while he's guarding James Harden, Damian Lillard, I mean, that's it's pretty impressive.
To be, in the league, like the all defensive teams and all that, they're also stat predicated. There's a huge value that franchises know about guys that communicate, guys that are in the right spots. You could block 4 shots a game, but you could also, give up 4 offensive rebounds in a row a game because you're trying to block a shot. So it comes down to communication is a huge part of it. It's a thing that doesn't get credit statistics-wise. Being in the right spot at the right time, and I want to make sure guys like Steph and Clay aren't getting nailed by guys like Plumlee or Ed Davis, because if I don't call a screen, not only is Lillard going to come up wide open for a shot, I mean, a guy could get hurt. So me and Draymond do a good job of covering up for each other. We know we can overhelp in certain spots on the floor. It seems like every time I go to help, Draymond's got my back and vice versa, and that's why we're a top 5, top 10 defensive team in this league.
It seems like you really want to try and set a tone right from the opening tip. Yourself.
Yeah, especially mainly defensively. I mean, I think it's very important that we don't give up just layups early on in games. If we give up layups to guys like Lillard and McCollum and they start feeling good about themselves, all of a sudden those threes are, they open up the basket for guys like that. Guys that are scorers. You see it with Clay and Steph all the time. If they have a bad shooting night and they hit some free throws or get to the lane, all of a sudden it changes their fortune. So I'm trying to protect the paint and make sure they get nothing easy early, and then we'll live with the results.
Is it difficult if they're funneling stuff to the middle? Is it more difficult against guys like that who are kind of creative and kind of shifty and can kind of get into your body a little bit?
Yeah, it is. But it takes a toll on them too. That both those guys play 40+ minutes. Their rotations 8 if 9 at times. So we think over the course of a series, if they're coming in there and getting banged around, even if they are fouls, we're happy to do that. The thing with Lillard and McCollum is dangerous. We don't want them getting walk-up threes, and we don't want them getting easy layups. So everything in between that, we're kind of okay with at this point.